Well, so what did I just do there? Was it just muscles and fingers playing notes off a page, or was it my interpretation of a song called Lush Life, written by the great Billy Strayhorn when he was 16, where he put his emotions into it, and I've just put my emotions into my interpretation of Lush Life. And I think this goes back to the heart of what we're trying to discuss today. What is the role of creativity? What is the role of IP in creativity? And how does this AI figure in all of these things? And if you ask me, I think that creativity is part of who we are as human beings. It's part of the human instinct. Our ancestors took pigment and dabbed it onto cave walls to describe the world they were seeing around them. They carve bone and ivory and wood into things which are not just useful, but things which appeal to the eye. And this is just part of who we've been since time immemorial. But I think what happened was that the IP system, when it was created about 500 years ago, first with the patent system, then with the copyright system, revolutionized this human innovation and creativity by giving this incentive for human beings to create. It gave them a chance, it gave us a chance as an innovator or creator, right, to connect directly with the market and society. We didn't have to go to a lord or king or a feudal lord to ask for permission to disseminate that. We could go directly to the market. And of course, I think that has led to the world that we live in now, where we are able to see the benefits around us. And some say that Gen AI is going to change all of that because it is capable of original compositions, capable of creativity. And I have a different view, not just because I have a passion for music, not just because I'm in WIPO, but because I think that Gen AI has been very skillful at replicating. And when I talk to scientists and researchers and engineers, it's very good at predicting and using algorithms to predict, but I don't think it's a genuine spark of creativity. And I think that's really at the heart of it. And I think that we're beginning to see as well in the copyright system developments that show that the dust is settling down somewhat in this area. 3 years ago, it was the Wild Wild West. There was this explosion of views and thoughts, and a lot of people felt that perhaps this would revolutionize the IP system. But as you can see, I think the better analogy for me is the Napster Grokster cases 20 years ago, when MP3 first exploded into the scene, and people felt that was the end of copyright as well, but it wasn't. New case laws produced, new business models emerged, the corporate system adjusted to continue being relevant to creators. And I think that's what's happening right now. We're seeing the first cases, including in your part of the world, the Northern District of California. Just a few days ago, we had a first case in the German courts. I think it was the JAMA case with OpenAI. And we're seeing cases in other parts of the world as well. So I think we're beginning to see some jurisprudence in this area. We're also beginning to see some new licensing models emerge. There's been a deal cut with Universal Music and UDO. And I think what will emerge as the dust settles down even more in the next few years is that new business models will be created, new licensing models will be created. And I think this is good because it means that the corporate system is adjusting, adapting to it. And we need a sustainable corporate system. We can't have a corporate system where there are 50 to 100 lawsuits, which creates a lot of uncertainty in the system. And that's what WIPO stands for. We want to help you and want to help everyone to create a corporate system that continues supporting creators, continues to be sustainable, and continues to be working with everyone and all the stakeholders in the system. So I see Gen AI as a tool, and as a tool, it's simply the latest in a wave of tools that the IP system has had to grapple with in its history. If you look at the Bern and Paris Conventions, they were created about 130, 140 years ago. Since then, we've also seen other revolutionary technologies like the TV, the aeroplane, the radio, e-commerce, computers. And this doesn't mean that the corporate system or IP system becomes irrelevant. It just means that we adjust around the edges. But as long as the IP system still continues being that powerful incentive for human creativity, I think it will continue being relevant. And that's what we want to do at WIPO. And so how do we do this? At WIPO, we are the world's forum to discuss IP issues. So every 6 months, we bring the world together, all of our member states, plus stakeholders like you in academia, industry, civil society, in a big tent to talk about IP and AI issues. We've had about, I think, a number of these conversations, 6 or 7 of them, and we're very pleased that I think almost 15,000 people have attended these conversations over the last 2 or 3 years. And we want to continue doing that. But we want to go beyond being a talk shop. So we're doing interesting things like we have created toolkits to help member states and enterprises navigate the world of IP and AI. We are helping AI entrepreneurs in Africa to address issues of healthcare. We're helping AI entrepreneurs in Southeast Asia to be able to address agricultural issues. And of course, we're also about to create new opportunities for stakeholders to come together and discuss the technical standards and the technical issues around AI through this initiative called AIII, AI Infrastructure Interchange. So whether as a place for discussion of issues, whether in terms of very down-to-earth concrete projects on the ground in different countries, or through new initiatives that bring together different stakeholders, we really want to be a voice in this area. We want to be a constructive voice in the area. And we want the IP system to continue being relevant to the world's creators and innovators. And I'm confident that we'll do it because if anything, the IP community is a community that is forward-looking, knows how to deal with change and technology. We created the WIPO Internet Treaties in the 1990s to address the issues that are emerging because of e-commerce. And I'm confident that through conferences like yours, as well as our work, together we as the global IP community will continue making sure that the IP system serves creators and that technology, including AI and others that may come after AI, will serve human creators as well. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.